Stoicism teaches us to stay calm and rational in life's toughest moments. But what happens when one of those challenges is a toxic relationship? For men, navigating such situations can feel like a true test of patience, identity, and emotional resilience. The good news is that Stoic philosophy gives us the tools to take control of our actions, emotions, and decisions, no matter how difficult the circumstances. In this video, we'll dive into how Stoic principles can help you recognize toxic behaviors, take decisive action, and walk away with your dignity intact. If this resonates with you, please like this video, subscribe to my channel for more content like this, and share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Together, let's grow stronger and wiser. Chapter 1. Recognizing the problem. A foundational principle of Stoicism is the ability to see and accept reality as it truly is, without being influenced by wishful thinking, emotional bias, or denial. This principle is especially crucial when it comes to navigating toxic relationships. Often, toxic dynamics are not immediately apparent. They can develop subtly over time, leaving you questioning your perception and even your own worth. The first step in escaping such a situation is to recognize the problem for what it is, without sugarcoating or rationalizing harmful behavior. Take a moment to evaluate your relationship objectively, as if you were an outside observer. Are there recurring patterns of conflict that never seem to resolve? Does your partner manipulate you emotionally, use guilt as a weapon, or make you feel responsible for their behavior? Toxic partners often diminish your confidence, twist your words, or use subtle tactics to make you feel inferior. Over time, this can erode your self-esteem, leaving you feeling stuck and unsure of your worth. Pay attention to how your relationship makes you feel on a daily basis. Do you feel supported, respected, and valued, or do you feel drained, anxious, and like you're walking on eggshells? One of the most common tactics in toxic relationships is emotional exploitation. Toxic partners may play the victim to make you feel guilty or responsible for their struggles. They might use your emotions against you, framing themselves as the only ones who truly care about you, while simultaneously isolating you from friends and family. This behavior often leaves you feeling trapped, as though leaving would mean abandoning someone who needs you. Recognizing these tactics requires honesty and self-awareness. Ask yourself if their actions align with the idea of a healthy, mutually respectful relationship. Stoicism teaches that we cannot begin to change or improve a situation unless we first accept the truth of it. This means letting go of the hope that things will miraculously get better, or that you can somehow fix your partner by sacrificing more of yourself. Many men stay in toxic relationships because they convince themselves that they are being noble or strong by enduring the pain. But enduring toxicity is not a sign of strength, it's a refusal to acknowledge reality. True strength lies in facing the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. Denial often acts as a shield in toxic relationships, keeping you from seeing the damage being done. You might tell yourself that the fights aren't that bad, that everyone has flaws, or that you're just overreacting. But denying the reality of a toxic relationship only prolongs your suffering. As the Stoics remind us, misfortune is only made worse by refusing to accept it. By acknowledging the reality of the situation, you take the first step toward regaining your peace and your power. Recognizing a toxic relationship doesn't mean blaming yourself for not noticing sooner. Toxicity thrives in subtlety, and manipulative partners are often skilled at hiding their behavior behind charm, promises, or temporary moments of kindness. Instead of dwelling on what you missed, focus on what you see now. Be honest with yourself about the patterns that have emerged. Self-awareness is your greatest ally in this process. Ultimately, recognizing the problem means taking a clear-eyed inventory of how your relationship affects you, emotionally, mentally, and even physically. Does your partner support your growth and well-being, or do they drain your energy and stifle your progress? Once you've identified the toxic dynamics, you can begin to focus on what is within your control. This is the first step in reclaiming your peace, guided by the Stoic understanding that clarity of thought is the foundation of wise action. Chapter 2. Controlling what you can. At the heart of Stoicism lies a powerful principle. Focus only on what is within your control. In life, we encounter many situations where external factors seem overwhelming and beyond our influence. A toxic relationship is one such challenge, where your partner's actions, attitudes, or manipulative behaviors may feel all-encompassing. However, Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot control others, we can always control how we think, feel, and respond. This shift in perspective is critical for breaking free from the emotional turmoil of a toxic relationship. In a toxic partnership, it's easy to fall into the trap of reacting to your partner's behavior. Whether it's their criticism, emotional manipulation, or unpredictability, you may find yourself constantly on edge, adjusting your actions to avoid conflict or seeking validation from someone who withholds it. Stoicism reminds us that external events and the actions of others do not define us. It is our response to these situations that matters. No matter how chaotic or hurtful your partner's behavior might be, you have the power to maintain your emotional stability and protect your inner peace. To regain control, start by practicing self-awareness. Pay attention to your emotional responses and identify patterns. Do you find yourself constantly apologizing just to keep the peace? Do you allow their words or actions to dictate your self-worth? Recognize when you are internalizing their negativity and remind yourself that their opinion of you does not define your value. You are not obligated to accept their distorted view of you as the truth. As Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Another key element of regaining control is setting boundaries. Boundaries are essential in protecting your mental and emotional health. They define what behavior you will and will not tolerate and signal to your partner that you respect yourself. However, setting boundaries in a toxic relationship can be challenging because toxic individuals often test or ignore them. This is where your discipline as a Stoic man comes into play. Be clear, consistent, and firm with your boundaries, even if they provoke resistance. Boundaries are not for them. They are for you to reclaim your space and your power. One of the most liberating aspects of Stoicism is the understanding that you are not responsible for the actions or emotions of others. In a toxic relationship, you may feel a sense of obligation to fix your partner or accommodate their demands to avoid conflict. But this mindset only perpetuates the cycle of toxicity. Let go of the illusion that you can control their behavior or make them change. Change must come from within them, and it is not your duty to carry that burden. Instead, focus on your own growth and well-being. Remaining calm and composed in the face of toxicity can feel like a Herculean task, but it is possible when you ground yourself in Stoic principles. When your partner tries to provoke you, practice emotional detachment. This doesn't mean suppressing your emotions, but rather observing them without letting them overwhelm you. Take a deep breath, center yourself, and remind yourself that their words or actions are external events that have no power over your inner state unless you allow them to. In taking back your power, remember that true strength lies in staying true to your values and principles, even when faced with adversity. Toxic relationships can test your patience, self-respect, and resolve, but they also provide an opportunity to grow stronger. By focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and emotional responses, you can rise above the chaos and regain your sense of self. Ultimately, controlling what you can in a toxic relationship is about reclaiming your autonomy. It's about recognizing that your worth is not tied to someone else's validation and that your peace is worth protecting at all costs. This is not an easy journey, but it is a necessary one. By focusing on your inner strength, practicing self-awareness, and setting firm boundaries, you take the first steps toward freeing yourself from the toxic cycle and living a life aligned with your values. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Chapter 3. Detachment through logic. Stoicism places great emphasis on the practice of emotional detachment through the use of logic and reason. While emotions are an inherent part of the human experience, Stoics argue that they should not dictate our decisions, especially in moments of difficulty. In the context of a toxic relationship, emotions such as guilt, fear, sadness, or even hope can cloud your judgment, keeping you tethered to a harmful situation. Detachment through logic does not mean suppressing your feelings. It means balancing them with reason to make decisions that align with your values and lead to your long-term well-being. When faced with the idea of leaving a toxic relationship, it's natural to feel guilt. You may worry about hurting your partner, abandoning them, or being perceived as selfish. Toxic partners often reinforce this guilt by manipulating you into believing that leaving them is a betrayal or that they cannot cope without you. This is where logic must come into play. Ask yourself, is staying in this relationship truly helping either of you? Is it fostering growth, respect, and mutual happiness? Or is it enabling a cycle of toxicity that harms you both? By stepping back and analyzing the situation objectively, you'll see that staying out of guilt only prolongs the suffering for both parties. Fear is another powerful emotion that can keep you trapped in a toxic relationship. Fear of the unknown, fear of being alone, or fear of judgment from others can make leaving feel impossible. However, Stoicism reminds us that most of the suffering we experience is not rooted in reality, but in our imagination. As Seneca said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. When you take a rational look at your fears, you often realize they are exaggerated or unfounded. For example, the fear of being alone might feel overwhelming, but when viewed logically, you'll recognize that solitude can be a powerful opportunity for growth, self-reflection, and rediscovering your independence. One of the greatest obstacles to leaving a toxic relationship is attachment to what could have been. You might find yourself holding on to memories of better times, clinging to the hope that things will improve, or mourning the potential of what the relationship could have been if only circumstances were different. While these thoughts are natural, they are rooted in illusions rather than reality. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the present, not on what might have been or what we wish could be. Ask yourself, is this relationship as it exists right now aligned with your principles? Is it helping you become the best version of yourself? If the answer is no, then clinging to the past or potential future only delays your ability to move forward. Detachment through logic also involves recognizing the limits of your control. In a toxic relationship, you cannot control your partner's behavior, attitudes, or willingness to change. No amount of effort or sacrifice on your part will make them transform if they are not committed to doing so themselves. Accepting this reality frees you from the burden of trying to fix something that is beyond your control. Instead, redirect your energy toward what you can control: your actions, your thoughts, and your decisions. Practicing detachment does not mean you stop caring or become indifferent. It means caring about yourself enough to prioritize your peace and well-being over maintaining a relationship that causes harm. It also means recognizing that your emotions, while valid, should not dictate your actions when they are at odds with reason. By letting logic guide your decisions, you can break free from the emotional chains that keep you stuck. Ultimately, detachment through logic is about reclaiming your power. It's about recognizing that your worth is not tied to the success or failure of a relationship, but to how well you live in accordance with your values. As you step back and assess your situation through the lens of reason, you'll gain clarity and the courage to take action. By letting go of illusions and focusing on reality, you open the door to a healthier, more fulfilling life. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Let this wisdom guide you toward a better path. Chapter 4. Building Inner Resilience. A toxic relationship often leaves deep emotional scars that can affect your sense of self-worth, peace, and overall well-being. However, Stoicism offers valuable tools to help you rebuild inner strength and resilience. One of the most empowering aspects of Stoicism is its focus on what is within our control, our actions, responses, and mindset. While we cannot undo the hurt caused by a toxic relationship, we can choose how we respond and use this experience as an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. The first step to building resilience is taking time to reflect on your values. During a toxic relationship, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters to you. Your priorities might become distorted as you try to keep the peace or avoid conflict, but Stoicism encourages you to reconnect with your principles. Reflect on the core values that define who you are: integrity, respect, independence, and self-worth. Reaffirming these values will help you regain clarity about what you want in your life and your future relationships. This self-reflection serves as the foundation for your healing process, giving you a clear direction as you move forward. In addition to reflecting on your values, engaging in meaningful activities is essential for rebuilding both your body and mind. After the emotional drain of a toxic relationship, it's crucial to fill your time with pursuits that promote personal growth and fulfillment. Whether it's diving into a new hobby, advancing your career, or working on a fitness goal, these activities help you rediscover your passions and regain confidence. Stoicism teaches that true fulfillment comes not from external approval, but from living in accordance with your values and making progress toward your personal goals. By dedicating time to meaningful pursuits, you rebuild a sense of purpose that is not dependent on the approval or presence of anyone else. Stoic practices such as journaling, meditation, and exercising self-discipline also play a key role in building resilience. Journaling helps you process your emotions, reflect on your experiences, and gain insight into your thoughts and behaviors. Writing down your feelings can create distance from overwhelming emotions, allowing you to see them more clearly and manage them better. Meditation, on the other hand, cultivates mindfulness, helping you detach from negative thoughts and recenter yourself in the present moment. By practicing mindfulness, you develop the ability to observe your thoughts without becoming consumed by them, gaining emotional clarity and balance. Physical exercise is another powerful Stoic practice that can help restore your inner strength. Physical activity not only improves your health, but also releases endorphins, which boost your mood and reduce stress. Regular exercise serves as a reminder of your ability to control your body and improve yourself, reinforcing a sense of discipline and resilience. It also gives you a sense of accomplishment and provides a healthy outlet for any built-up frustration or anxiety. Finally, building resilience requires surrounding yourself with supportive people who align with your principles. A toxic relationship may have isolated you from positive influences or made you doubt your worth, but now is the time to reconnect with those who encourage and inspire you. Supportive friends, family members, or mentors can provide the encouragement and wisdom needed to help you stay grounded. Positive relationships reinforce your sense of self-worth and remind you that you deserve to be surrounded by respect and love. Remember, every hardship is an opportunity to grow. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The difficulties you face are not setbacks, but stepping stones to building a stronger and more resilient version of yourself. The obstacles in your life can teach you patience, self-discipline, and wisdom, all of which are vital to your personal growth. By embracing the challenges and using them as opportunities to strengthen your character, you will emerge from the experience not only healed, but transformed. In the end, building inner resilience is about reclaiming your power and rediscovering who you are. By reflecting on your values, pursuing meaningful activities, and practicing daily self-discipline, you can rebuild your sense of self and create a life that reflects your true worth. Stoicism teaches us that we are capable of turning adversity into strength, and with time, you will find that you are more than capable of overcoming anything life throws your way. Chapter 5. Taking Action with Courage. One of the most difficult yet crucial steps in breaking free from a toxic relationship is taking action with courage. The decision to leave may not be easy. There may be fear, doubt, or guilt that holds you back. However, Stoicism teaches us that courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act despite it. Leaving a toxic relationship requires tremendous bravery, but it also offers you the opportunity to regain control of your life, well-being, and future. Courage is about doing what is necessary for your growth, even when it's uncomfortable. Walking away from toxicity isn't about avoiding discomfort. It's about recognizing that the short-term discomfort of letting go is far outweighed by the long-term benefits of reclaiming your peace and emotional health. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." In a toxic relationship, much of the emotional turmoil you experience comes from trying to control something that is beyond your control, your partner's behavior. By choosing to walk away, you are exercising your freedom and taking control of your emotional and mental well-being. However, knowing that action is required and finding the courage to take that step are two different things. It's essential to prepare yourself mentally and emotionally for what lies ahead. Having a clear plan in place can help you stay focused and prevent second-guessing yourself when the inevitable waves of doubt and fear arise. Make sure you have a support system, trusted friends, family members, or mentors who can offer guidance and encouragement. Additionally, if needed, consider professional help, such as therapy, to ensure you have the emotional tools to deal with the transition. Once you've made the decision to leave, be firm in your resolve. The toxic cycle of manipulation and emotional abuse can often draw you back in, creating confusion and wavering resolve. In moments of doubt, remind yourself why you made this decision in the first place: to protect your mental health, your dignity, and your future. Remember that true strength isn't found in staying in a situation that's harmful to you. It's found in knowing when to let go. Stoicism teaches us that we must often sacrifice short-term comforts in order to achieve long-term peace. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live, says Marcus Aurelius. This quote captures the essence of courage in a toxic relationship. If you allow yourself to stay, you may never truly begin to live the life you deserve. You will continue to be weighed down by the negativity and manipulation, never fully embracing your potential. On the other hand, choosing courage, even when it feels uncertain, means stepping into your own power. It's about trusting yourself and having faith in your ability to handle the challenges that will come after you leave. While the road may be difficult at times, it is the only way to reclaim your peace and your future. True courage also means not allowing guilt or fear of the unknown to dictate your actions. You might feel guilty about the impact your decision may have on your partner, or fear the loneliness that may follow. These emotions are natural, but should not sway your decision. Stoicism teaches us that the opinions of others, and even our own fears, are often based on things we cannot control. Focus instead on your own well-being and growth. Your ability to take action and move forward is a reflection of your strength, and it will set the tone for your future. Taking action with courage means embracing the discomfort of change and trusting in yourself. It means accepting that, although the journey ahead may be challenging, it is necessary for your well-being and growth. This act of courage isn't just about walking away, it's about choosing to live authentically and fearlessly. When you take that step, you take back your power and open the door to a new chapter of your life. Remember, true strength doesn't lie in staying. It lies in the wisdom and courage to let go, move forward, and create a life that is aligned with your true values and desires. Stoicism teaches us to stay calm and rational in life's toughest moments. But what happens when one of those challenges is a toxic relationship? For men, navigating such situations can feel like a true test of patience, identity, and emotional resilience. The good news is that Stoic philosophy gives us the tools to take control of our actions, emotions, and decisions, no matter how difficult the circumstances. In this video, we'll dive into how Stoic principles can help you recognize toxic behaviors, take decisive action, and walk away with your dignity intact. If this resonates with you, please like this video, subscribe to my channel for more content like this, and share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Together, let's grow stronger and wiser.